Welcome to Podcast This Escape, the podcast where we talk about the escape room that we escaped from in the previous episode of this podcast. David and Pax have just escaped our Christmas room. Congratulations!
Christmas is a nightmare.
This is Pax's first Christmas,
Yeah.
and it's not necessarily the best example.
Yeah.
This is last Christmas.
Oh,
my first and last.
I mean, that was so much fun. You guys did great.
Did we though?
Did you enjoy it?
I'm looking forward to talking about highlights because I certainly have some.
True.
I did really enjoy it. I really like the way you guys created a place where things connected to each other.
I mean, that's always that's the goal, hopefully.
Yeah, it was
It's
really
so
it was
well.
really cool.
You really notice how much thought and like you really appreciate that. Like the fact that we're like playing in it and like giving us like rooms to have like that aha moment. So gratifying.
But also what I really liked is that once we got into the realm of what you wanted us to do, you would almost make the choice for us. But I really welcomed that because like like it's like, oh, she's just going on with the story. Okay, good. This is the right choice. Just leave it, let it happen.
There's like trigger moments where it's like we take the thing and we do it this way, and then you don't need to then be like, and then okay, I take the magnets and I start going up. Rung.
Yeah.
It's like no. If you've brought the magnets to the metal staircase,
Exactly.
we can just let you go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
those
like,
are
it's like
there are
triggering
cutscenes.
Yeah. I was just about to say like triggering a cutscene in a video game.
But I find they're
But it's
also really
welcomed.
those kind of things are like important because it's an audio medium. So
Yes.
like it gets rid of the possible confusion of you being like, here's how I've pictured the metal staircase in my head.
Yeah.
So what I need to do with these magnets is do it this way, that way, and you can sort of be like, no, we've got the feeling of that connection. And so if you're slightly off with how you're picturing it compared to how we're picturing it, we can
fine.
smooth that difference and
Yeah.
just continue on with the action.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you guys did great. Occasionally you stumbled onto the right answer and then went, no, we'll ignore that. We'll move on, which I do all the time when I play these.
I was so impressed when the very first thing you said at the beginning of the room was, right, we've got to get out of our boxes. I think we've got to get the cat's attention. And then that turned into climbing on the cat
Pax-
from inside the
I
box.
feel like Pax immediately was just like, we got to get the cat to get us out of these boxes. And Dave was like, yes, we jump on the cat under its belly, we ride it out the door. It's too much. No, you've gone too far.
Yeah, I don't know what made me. I was just like, we need something sharp from the outside world, and the only thing I can think of is cat claws.
Something
Yeah.
that can come to you.
Yeah,
I was so ready to dismiss the kitchen. I thought that the kitchen wasn't gonna be like a part of it at all.
It became a huge part of it.
I loved that.
Yeah.
I loved it because, like the Christmas theme, it was like a present within a present within another present, and everyone was sentient. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, the kitchen was definitely my favorite part.
My highlight was absolutely, and this happened in the playtest as well, everyone is willing to go into full murderous extortion on that coin.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
you had no qualm. You're like, oh, the oven. Okay, cool. We open it up. We get the coins. We put them in the oven. We threaten to kill the coins.
Yeah.
We're just like, we're going to melt you to death if you
Yeah.
don't do what we say. Yeah. I was the same. I was like, we get that coin on the stove. We just turn that stove on. We hold the coin near the stove. We say,
Yeah, man. Well,
now you may think it's fine here on the outside, but things get a bit hot.
Yeah, bringing Christmas joy to kids is a dangerous business, man.
Oh, yeah.
My notes for that section just say, allow players to use whatever ... persuasive means they want to make the chocolate coin reveal itself.
I love that.
I like how you've got like a homicidal stove, but you've also got like just this mafia don fridge.
Yeah.
The fridge rules the kitchen.
Yeah.
But for some reason, out of all of them, I feel like the pantry is the sickest and darkest. She's hiding something, man.
Yeah, all those mind games. You know that she loves to gaslight people.
Yeah. She's messed up.
There's a reason she's managed to survive so long with those others around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but no, it was great. You guys did some like, I thought you all did you did really well. I love that you had plans ahead for what to get out of the pantry because I think the original idea is you get to the window,
Yeah.
you realize then, like this is how I had it when I was doing the playtest.
Yeah.
It's like And it's written this way that you would get to the window, look out, and then be like, "Oh no, there's no way down. You're going to need like a parachute or a rope
he
or
used
something."
plastic bags to parachute his way down in the playtest.
And so, but you
you
sort
were
of had
thinking
that.
of that in advance about what you
So
might
because
need.
you'd already gone to the pantry and you figured out you need something, like David immediately was just like, "Oh, let's get cling wrap. We're going to make like a rope. We're going to get out the window. I know this is going to be a problem."
It's because I get puffed like really quickly, and so I use that logic. And here I was like, I don't want to walk back to the thing and waste energy.
Yeah.
We gotta like prep. It's like it's prep level stuff.
Yeah.
But it worked out really well.
It's unfit guy prep level stuff. I'm just as unfit, by the way. I'm like, I love it.
That was so much fun. And also, like, I something else I really love in escape rooms or like in things is when you use logic, like in normal world, to find things. And when Pax slipped his hand into the couch
Oh
to
yeah.
try to find the coins, I was
It's
like,
like, of course, that's where coins end up.
That's why I was so happy with your discussion at the start, talking about being the one who looks under tables and things. I just went, great, these guys are going to be fine.
Yeah, Pax fulfilled his role.
Yeah, I looked under the
Looking
cushion.
under tables, looking for
I looked under
everything.
something. My favorite part was knowing that you guys were playing characters. So if I ever just wanted to talk to one of the characters, you would be forced to just jump back into the character. And I
That's
could
my
just,
favorite.
At will, just force you to be a New York fridge for some reason.
That's what I'm glad that we made him the fridge, so that because the fridge is obviously the one who's going to get the most work, and then somehow I turned into the stove sex offender. I don't know.
Yeah. You're the stove pyro sex offender. And I don't know why I turned on Angel.
Yeah. Because Angel is just sort of Danny at that point. And you're just like, you kept making these puzzles for me and I don't like it. I thought I was done. And now I'm back.
Yeah, I just went at Angel for no. She was like the sweetest one out of the whole thing, and I just was like, screw you.
Stoves, you should be as cool as Stove. I love that guy.
Stove's cool. Stove smokes.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for that one, Pax. I love that. I didn't think. I thought once we got out of the house, it was going to be smooth sailing and all the way out.
Yeah.
That was such a twist,
twist.
for us.
Good twist.
Ugh, brutal. Yeah, there's always the best twist in movies, or the best, some people just call it a best plot hole of movies, is if the main character did nothing, everything would be fine.
Yeah, this is the Indiana Jones thing. You know,
Right.
They only found the Ark of the Covenant because they followed him. He could have just stayed home. Same thing. If you'd done that, in fact, there's two ways to win this room. You either get to the end and repackage yourself, or at the start you just refuse to play and you win.
And then morning
But
comes,
Yeah,
and everything's fine.
and everything's fine.
that would have been such a different podcast for people to listen. Just me and Pax
nope.
arguing. No,
Nope, I'm not moving. And you,
I'm worth a lot of money. I don't want to do any damage to myself.
Also, well done on deciding to burn the evidence of your escape yourself, because that's another basic cutscene that I've got in there, because I didn't expect that to happen, but that was good initiative.
Is there a way?
I appreciate it.
Is there a way where, like, is there ever a situation where the players will do something, will go too far, and it will wake the parents, and it's like in like a video game, it's like game over, or do you just make sure you never let them go down that road?
Nah, yeah, for this one, I just get to say no whenever I want to.
Yeah,
It's
great.
a very helpful power.
Yeah, it's one of those
Because
things where like you are definitely going to get through the room because people are listening to the room, and it'll be both bad for you as players and for the listening people at
We
home.
got
Just like,
45 minutes
oh, well,
in
no
and you
end.
lose.
Sorry, game over. We'll never see
Come
the
back
end of
next
this.
year.
Yeah, come back next Christmas. So I think like those things that would be game over moments are effectively just a threat to control gameplay stuff. So you can't just be like, hey, instead of solving the puzzle of how these switches work, let's just do every possible combination.
Yeah.
So you need something to be like, you can't do that because there would be what we should start doing is we should start doing the Nancy Drew thing. So if you've we played all the Nancy Drew video games where you're, teen detective Nancy Drew, and they let you just die and get fired and do all these terrible things. But what they do is they have a cutscene that plays out where you fail miserably and you get kicked off the case or you die.
Adults
and then
scold you for how badly you did.
And then they just go back to the menu and let you start from right when you made the wrong decision. Like they just go back to when you didn't do the dumb thing and just don't do the dumb thing this time.
Yeah, right.
So we should start doing that. Just be like,
Maybe.
Oh, that's
you
brutal.
know, like, oh, you play all the buttons. The parents wake up, they come down, they say, we were trying to sleep in our separate beds, and you've woken us up, and we're gonna kill you.
These
and
toys
destroy
are clearly demonic. We must
Toys are
burn
real.
them.
Let's destroy all toys.
Definitely
and then
separate
just
beds,
start the
though.
game again from before
Definitely
that.
separate beds.
I mean,
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah,
cool,
we can do
actually.
that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Just because, it's a more harsh way of being like you screwed up, but it's
Yeah.
kind of interesting for
Yeah.
you guys
And
to
then you can
create to just
go back.
Yeah, go back and be like, okay,
this is largely like the set of a time travel room. Like
It's a reset.
It's a live, die, repeat.
yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, because I guess you must have like returning players as well that must have like hardened up to your approach. This
yeah.
is a way to like really brutalize them.
Yeah. Like, yo, no, we're not taking any. They're not taking any guff this time.
Yeah, maybe that'll be like every Christmas I try to put something a little bit different in it from just the normal ones. Like this time, extortion and
Yeah.
torture. Maybe next time that's what it'll
Yeah,
be.
next time, kill
It'll
your
be
players.
many deaths.
Yeah, I love it. That was
I
fun.
always like that.
Again, good old Christmas.
So unrelated, but that always struck me as one of my favorite bits of the Prince of Persia, like PlayStation 2 era
yeah.
games, because the entire construction of those games is that he's telling you a story.
Yeah.
And so anytime you die in the game, he goes, no, wait, that's not how it happened. Let me go back, and then you go back to when
I
you
love
last that.
that.
Because I just love the idea that like in canon, he's like, and I was running across this wall trying to get away from this big creature, and then I jumped and I fell into a pit and I just fell to my death and died. No, wait, that can't be
minute.
true because I'm alive. Hold on, let me say that. Let me go back. And I just love
then
that conceit.
I was in a room and the spike walls were coming closer, and I just ran around in a circle because I didn't know what to do. And then I
forgot
died.
what button was jump, and I just died.
Oh wait a minute.
Wait, that doesn't sound like me.
The only version of Prince of Persia I ever played was the cell phone version, and I don't think I ever picked that up. And this was like back when like polyphonic ringtones were around,
Oh, yeah.
so it was like very.
Is that more like
very-
those original ones?
probably-
where you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
the
yeah.
sword duels?
Oh,
You know,
yes.
that's
Yeah,
Prince of Persia.
You have to stab the Middle Eastern guy. Who
Exactly.
weirdly looks like a pixelated version of my uncle. No joke. He actually looks like a pixel version of my uncle.
Oh, that's
Next
accuracy.
Max, I was also going to say, this is like an unlikely duo, but we gelled well together.
In what sense?
And then, like, it wasn't like, it was weird, first of all,
Yeah.
like, from my perspective, it was weird being leader, because I look up to you quite a lot.
Oh, that's sweet
And
of you.
so to have that reverse, but then also just, like, work together rather than, like, nah, that's not what it is. Or
I
like,
don't know. I wouldn't call us an unlikely duo. I think I mean, maybe people on the outside see us as an unlikely duo, but I feel like I gel with you more than you realize.
Maybe.
I was gonna
Maybe-
say you had good. You did gel well together.
Yeah.
You know,
We would make great action figures.
You
We
would
would have
make
a great cartoon.
great action figures.
Do you consent to
we?
being merch in the future?
Yeah, we'll make action figures of you.
I would
I
love
go
would
to our
not-
action figure
That
guy.
would be incredible. If I became an action figure in the future, that would be incredible.
Just like send us like some kind of food package.
But can you-
if you start making like bank from it or something like
Yeah.
a meat
But
pack
can you-
for me or
Easy.
something?
Can you make the action figure like me when I was in high school, so my body actually looks alright? Not like now where you just have to have like slight man boobs and just like a little bit of hair popping out of my clothes because I'm so hairy, it pops out of the fabric. Just like a little bit of hair popping out of the fabric.
These are the action figures people want now.
These are the action. The body positive action figures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want a detachable bowl cut that you can like take off and then
Put
add
different
cuts
hairstyles?
here.
Oh, the full
Yeah.
Lego,
I'll
got
have
it.
the beard, detachable beard. You can put different beards on.
Yeah, but you can put Pax's beard on me as
On
well,
your
like,
head.
on top of my head. Yeah, so I look like Gerald from Hey Arnold.
And put your bowl cut on my chin. I love it.
Oh. So how did this compare for both of you to real world escape rooms?
Yes, you've done real world escape
How
rooms.
does it feel in comparison?
I really I know we talked about this at the beginning, but I really like that it was only me and David, and so I was forced to be active.
Mm.
I like that because I kind of, when you're in a situation where you can kind of just fade into the background, and so you just do it.
Oh,
Whereas in
yeah.
this situation, I wasn't allowed. So it kind of, like that last escape room I did in real life, I didn't really enjoy it much, but I think that's a symptom of me not doing anything.
Yeah,
That
it
can-
can be a big thing. When you're there with a group, it can be easy to let people sort of take over and solve everything. And
Yeah.
especially if you go with those types of people, there are certain people who can just rip through an escape room by themselves
Yeah.
or as a pair.
We did have
And-
one particular guy who was a little too keen and just kind of did everything for everyone.
I hate
Sounds-
it when you have that one person. When you have like that one like know-it-all that kind of like doesn't give anyone else a chance
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, that's
Have
a
fun.
pain. I have to be able to, at least I don't have to solve everything in the room. I have to have seen everything in the room though.
Yeah.
And yeah, when we do this, if we're in a group of people for an escape room, we like to do that. If we're about to solve something, we say, "Hey, everyone, come look at this thing. We think this is how this thing works. Make sure, come on, gather around, guys. Something's gonna happen here."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those things that is for anybody who's listening to this, because there are lots of escape room fans here. I think that's something it's good to be cognizant of, especially if you're bringing new people to an escape room. Is you can do the same things that we do here, which is you actively make sure everybody is participating. Like it's fun for everyone. You don't need to rush and get the record. Slow down and be like, "Hey, everyone, come do this puzzle with me," and get people engaged, because it can be hard when you get to an escape room and you don't feel like you can do anything.
I use the same logic with expensive food. If I have an expensive meal in front of me, I'll take my time. But if it's like trash but cheap money, I'll smash back that thing as quickly as possible.
I thought
So
you
it's
were.
the same with an
I thought you were
Sorry?
going to say that with an expensive meal, you like to share it
Yeah,
with
share,
everyone
make
around
sure
you. I was
everyone-
about to be baffled.
Everyone in the restaurant, come and eat
Hey,
this.
I got caviar! Everyone, take a ball. It's delicious.
But it is true. Like, it is nice to be able to engage with these things because, like, I'm sure as you felt, like, it is rewarding to have that moment where your brain goes, "Oh, I got it. Oh, I've got it now. Like, I've solved the puzzle." Your brain is designed to be like,
Yeah.
to love that, to get, all humans have this thing, like, you solve a puzzle and your brain is like, "You're the greatest person who's ever been born.
The moment
You
with
just
David,
solved this puzzle."
the moment where David solved the fact that it was present, that present was the odd one out, but he solved it but didn't solve it.
Yeah.
And then I solved it but didn't. Neither of us solved it. He solved it but didn't get the answer. I got the answer but didn't solve it. We just got two ends of the solving spectrum.
That is exactly how teams are supposed to work.
Yeah, but
Awesome.
it felt so satisfying.
Yes, right?
That was a really good
Yeah.
moment. And it was also because it's like, and there was also the moment with the sound and like the fact that you got the mouse one so quickly, Pax. It's such a relief because there are moments where it's so harrowing and you're like, why did they invite me to this podcast? I'm just about to explain to these people how thick I am at these games.
Didn't they see me do that escape room on Taskmaster? Did they see my final time?
Oh my goodness.
That was on your own. I would have. I don't know. My response is something that we can't say on this podcast, but yeah, I would have been terrified. I can't do things on my own. But yeah, I actually think that was what made it was really good having you two as a team, because looking back on it, I now cannot think, oh yeah, like David did all of the solving or Pax did all the solving. No, that was a
you worked
complete
together.
intermingle. And that's great.
I think that's the best way to like do an escape room. Like just going back to the whole point that you were saying before. Like it was nice to be able to like sit back. Like I had no idea you had to extortion the thing. Like I knew, okay, we got to get something hot, but Pax coming in and be like, let's
Oh yeah,
extortion.
you went straight for like air conditioner and heating up the place. So you were definitely like coming
Yeah,
in on the
yeah,
right
yeah, definitely.
attitude. That was good.
Yeah.
And it is
But
one
then
of
Pax coming in, I didn't realize. I in my head, I was at no point was I like, let's go for the violent option.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised at myself I went that dark that fast. But
It's
It
that
was all
it's the
planned.
fridge's voice. It gets you into the mood.
Yeah,
You can't, as soon as
yeah.
that fridge is like, oh, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
Oh,
as
you
soon
want to
as-
come and deal with somebody? I got a person I need you to deal with.
as
for
soon
me.
as I hear that voice, I want to put concrete around someone's feet and
Yeah.
throw them into the ocean. That's all I want to do. You know what I mean?
Can you imagine? Imagine how tough it must be if you're a gruff-voiced Italian American who does want people to actually literally take care of other people.
Yeah.
If you imagine if you're just
You don't-
like,
you don't
hey,
mean
hey,
you
my
wanna
friend's
kill
coming
them."
into town. I want you to take care of him for me. Everyone in your life will be dead.
Hey, my mother's visiting from Berger, Wisconsin. I want you to go take care of her.
Take care of her. Oh, your
But
mother? My
in
God.
context. Bit of context. I don't want you to, take care of. I want to take her to the beach.
But it's
Give her a corn dog.
Okay,
it's still
okay, boss.
confusing.
I'll take her to the beach. I'll take her right to that beach. They'll never find her.
Don't worry, boss. I'll take her to the beach.
I know what you're saying here.
Corn dog.
I'll give her. Like you couldn't do it. As soon as it happens.
Never say. If you have that voice, never say "take care of someone" ever.
No.
They'll all die.
How long does it take you to write a whole room like this?
Depends on my laziness. Like this Christmas room, for some reason, it took me a really long time, largely because of that present staircase puzzle. I had no idea how to describe that. So I just sort of sat there going, well, I want this puzzle in the room. I don't know how to make that words. So I just sort of sat on it for a couple of weeks. Really, all of the actual work can get done within a week. I just have to actually try.
Danny, also, I don't know if you have to include this in the podcast, but I remember, when you first messaged me about this, you noticed that I dropped a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, yeah.
And you teased doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Room. Pax is also a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Exciting.
That would have been...
I'm a big any kind of tabletop card battle
Fantastic.
game.
I have got the first. I've got the drawing of the room. I've got the plot of the room. I've got a couple of puzzles. A little tricky to come up with puzzles for it because you don't want puzzles to just be, all right, here's a deck of cards. Win this duel.
No duel.
But yeah,
I would love that if I just had to do 7 duels.
I'll tell you what's a great Yu-Gi-Oh puzzle.
Oh,
And if it comes up in the room, you'll know where
this
it came
better not
from.
be one of the ones I've already said.
Something that it's a puzzle version of fusion monsters. Where you take one thing into the other thing,
Yeah.
and then they fuse and they become,
Yes.
Dark Skull.
So you're looking for a specific attribute, and you've got to fuse
similar
other
to the sound
monsters
puzzle
together.
here, but you do it with fusing monsters together.
That's not bad.
Until
You've
they...
got 8 polymerization cards,
Yeah.
and you've got to use them all.
and you got
So my
16
trouble with
monsters.
this one, it's the same as with the Taskmaster themed room that I've got, which is finding the balance between escape room and just straight up fan service, fan fiction. Saying, isn't this such a great show? And so I've got to make sure to find the balance right with Yu-Gi-Oh as well. I'm a big old original Yu-Gi-Oh person.
Yeah. That's the whole room would just be like, and then the door opens and Saji the Dark Clown walks in. Remember Saji the Dark Clown?
Oh, if you watch, I watched a bit of old Yu-Gi-Oh! Half of the show was just an instruction manual for Yu-Gi-Oh!
But also a
They
real
break
bad
their
one.
own
Yeah,
rules
also
for
the
the
rules
entire
wrong half the
first
time.
season.
It was horrible. They were doing things that in the actual, you would try and do it playing with your friends at school, and they'd be like, you can't do that.
God.
Of course you can't do that.
They actually had to read the cards themselves.
You open the cupboard. Ooh, Toon Dragon is here.
It's me!
You get really betrayed. Like the Toon stuff, Toons can get hurt. In the show, Toons can't get hurt, except
I
by
know.
other Toons. That's not a thing in the
They
game.
nerfed them in the game and they just act like
Also,
cards.
Crush Card Virus, way more powerful in the show than it is in real life. It sucks.
Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Talk, everybody. A podcast where we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh chat.
I just can't wait to if you ever do this.
Oh, yeah.
For New York Fridge to come back and be called Joey.
Oh yeah, New York Fridge has to come back in the Yu-Gi-Oh, but he's Joey. The spirit of Joey has been absorbed into a fridge, and now he's New York Fridge. Maybe we don't know. Maybe in the Christmas one, it was Joey, and we just never found out.
Yeah, we should have heard the faint, hey, you gotta get me out of the smart fridge.
Oh, there's going to be so much voicing. It's going to be pretty great.
Okay.
But yeah,
Love
so I would be very surprised if that wasn't ready for our next season, like 2022 first
Yeah, so
half.
we'll get you guys back and you can come back and
I'd love
play
to
a
do
Yu-Gi-Oh room.
escape room.
And then it'll be up for however long it takes for Konami to sue us and take it down. But until that day,
I'll fight that
It'll
fight
be
with
up
you.
for
If you
everyone to
want to
listen
go
to.
to court, I'll jump in.
Yeah, I'll sit in the
Well,
I'll sit in the pews.
we use the
My wife's a
Japanese
lawyer.
names of characters because they care less.
yeah, the people who have the Japanese copyright aren't going to sue us.
Yeah,
They're busy
they
dealing
just
with
don't seem to mind quite as
Japanese
much as
issues.
the people
Yeah,
who do
four
the dub
kids will
stuff.
sue us.
Yeah, so just
Well,
all Japanese
So
all
it'll
the
all be
time.
about Janochi and Honda and
Who?
that's
Tristan.
is Honda.
What?
And who's Taya?
Anzu.
Anzu instead of
don't.
You
Taya.
know,
No,
your
this is-
fans when you give a crap about Tristan.
Yeah, when you know Tristan's
Come on,
Japanese
Tristan.
name, then you're a fan. My wife's a lawyer. If you want to go battle with them,
Too
Yeah,
easy.
good.
but
That
she's
was
a
battle.
human rights lawyer.
Ew.
Well, look, making an escape room about Yu-Gi-Oh is one of our human rights. And so,
Yes, I'm teaching on our human right.
Also, if we just turn up with a deck of cards, we can just duel Konami and
Yeah, let's duel them. Let's
Duel
take them to the
4 kids.
Shadow Realm and duel them.
I mean, who
And when I
should
say Shadow
really
Realm-
own the rights to Yu-Gi-Oh? Someone who wins or someone who loses at
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh?
exactly. And by Shadow
Exactly.
Realm, I mean Adelaide. Ayo! Bit of Aussie humour there for you.
You shouldn't be this on at 11:06 p.m. Pax.
It's kind of a worry, yeah. I don't know why I'm this on.
oh, all right.
Is there anything else to say about escape rooms
love this.
before we go to bed?
We did a playtest of this room,
Oh yeah. Oh right. Anything?
and I
different
don't
from
think
that?
anything really changed. It was
Nothing
pretty
significant.
smooth.
Yeah. It was a platypus originally rather than an echidna on that drawing. But why did we change that?
Because originally it wasn't a boat and a fish; it was a car and something else.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
meant to be the idea of the difference between flying creatures
Versus
and creatures that were on the
non-flying.
ground.
But then you could just make mouse again.
Yeah, you could, and also it was like, yeah, because you could make mouse again because that's a creature on the ground. We didn't
Yeah.
want to be able to have mouse be both options.
Yeah.
And when I saw a turtle and what was originally a platypus,
You
the
went
other
water
mammal
for
that
that.
lays eggs, I was like, oh, those are things in the water. And so I was like, water-based things. I'm looking for fish. Maybe a cat wants to eat a fish or something. And it just kind of, it was too many little options. So
Yeah,
we smoothed
yeah,
that
yeah.
out to be like, there's no mouse option. And there's got to, and this is definitely about eggs because it's an echidna and a turtle. The only thing they share is about eggs.
My worry was that someone would go, oh no, what if they don't recognize the subtle difference between an echidna and a hedgehog or a porcupine or something?
And you fix that by just saying it's an echidna.
yeah.
That's how you make sure they get the subtle differences. You say to the people, no, this is an echidna. You're wrong.
I can't believe as Kiwis we came in with the knowledge of an echidna laying eggs because
We didn't.
I would have.
We didn't. We got.
Did you guys tell
Yeah,
us
they
that?
told
I
us
think
that.
maybe
I
we
think-
told you that.
Oh yeah.
David, we came
yeah.
in with very little knowledge in
I'm
general.
pretty sure you came in with mammals, they lay eggs.
Yeah. All mammals lay eggs.
Oh, look at me trying to rewrite history.
I can't believe that when we came into this room, we just solved all the puzzles in like 10 seconds. It was wild. I was so shocked that we did that, but
So
you know,
funny.
it just worked out that way.
We came into this escape room knowing all the verities of the universe. It was so convenient.
I just didn't expect it, but it was pretty impressive. All right, well, we can probably finish this episode up.
Yeah.
do you guys-
Any last comments?
Well,
first?
oh yeah. So first of all, do you want to make any other thing you were dying to say about the room?
The tree was intimidating. The tree, like saying that all of the presents were lined around, I was like, this is going to be really tough if they're like barricading us in. That's all I wanted to mention.
And it was good. It was nice to have that like goal of you've got to get to that tree to finally incentivize doing something about like, oh, we need to make a path to a tree.
Yeah, that was interesting in the playtest. You went to the tree before you had any idea why you might want to go to a tree.
Yeah, I saw a thing that stopped me getting to a tree, and I was like, no, I'm getting to this tree, and I didn't have anything to do.
But did
I
you
got
get
there,
to
I was
the
like,
tree?
oh, cool, nice baubles. Yeah, I got
Hey,
to the
messed
tree
with the
and
presents.
did the present stacking and got there and didn't have anything to do and had to come back later. So that worked
Oh
out.
yeah. Also, having like getting all the pieces of the puzzle, but not necessarily knowing what to do with it yet. That was also very fun. I like that it wasn't fully linear. You know, like we could do a little bit here, do a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
works
true.
well.
You
And
try
if-
to make a choke point where like you want two totally separate paths to have to converge to get through one thing, and in this case that was the window. You needed to do the fridges quest and the pantries quest in order to be able to successfully
Yeah, to
get
be
up
able
and
to
out the
jump
window.
window.
I like doing those ones.
Yeah, it worked out very well. Well, you guys did great. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure. You were exactly what I want for Christmas room energy.
Yeah, you had good Christmas room energy.
Wow.
But no, it was wonderful to have you on. Is there if people wanted to see more of what you're doing or follow you in various places, Pax, do you want to give like a rundown of where people can find you?
Yeah, I mean, you can just find me on the internet, Paxasadi, Assadi, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, I guess.
YouTube, plenty of YouTube.
Plenty of YouTube videos if you want to go watch me do stand up.
Wonderful comic.
Thank you so much, David. Yeah, that's about it, really. I mean, I have stuff coming, but is the majority of your listeners in Australia?
No, America,
Okay.
the UK, Canada, Australia.
Well, yeah,
New Zealand? Oh, wow.
I have a bunch of stuff coming, but it's all at the moment. It's all going to be in New Zealand, so you can't really see
We
it.
do have some New Zealand friends.
Well, look, if you're listening to New Zealand, follow along to what PAX is doing.
Yeah.
And if not, fly to New Zealand.
Fly to New
Everyone
Zealand.
wants- That's what all the rich people are doing right now.
Yeah, if you're a billionaire, fly to New Zealand, and I have a sitcom coming out early next year, and watch
Oh,
that.
dang.
How very exciting.
Yeah, and if we get international sale, then you can watch it. If not, I will make less money.
What's it called?
It's called
What's it
Raised
called?
by Refugees. It follows me as a 12-year-old growing up in New Zealand.
Ah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And David, where can people find stuff that you have been doing or will be doing or might be doing?
You can find me also on the internet at David Post Office. I'm most active on Instagram and Twitch. I like to stream on Twitch as well, so you can find
awesome.
me there.
What do you
at
stream?
David Post Office. I stream Pokemon Soul Silver at the moment is what I'm playing.
Nice.
Yes.
And I think everyone that likes watching Pokemon has played Pokemon Silver so much, so it's less about the game and more just about doing weird chat about Pokemon stuff.
Have you done any of the weird things, like any of the weird challenges and things like adding a randomizer mod to it and things like that?
Yeah, so I started off as a hard Nuzlocke,
Yep.
and which is like where Pokemon can die and you have to nickname them.
I do a lot of Pokemon challenges. I don't stream so many of them. I streamed Pokemon Blue blindfolded a while ago.
What?
A lot of bumping her
What?
head against walls, listening for dum
It's
dum dum
not
dum, dum.
easy.
Oh, you're deep.
Yeah.
The thing is, the thing with Pokemon is, it's made for kids, so it's like it's so easy as an adult. But I've noticed that the ROMs are apparently pretty well
Get
balanced.
Radical Red. It is insane. It
I've
is
heard about it.
insane. It's ridiculous.
And the other one was it Inclement Emerald?
I know Emerald
It's not-
Kaizo. I don't
Emerald
know
Kaizo's
that
on,
one,
but Inclement
but it's
Emerald might be enough.
possible.
There's a lot of
But
good
yeah, it's brutal.
mods.
Pokemon Red and Blue was was my mastermind topic when I was on Mastermind last year or the
You
year
were on
before.
Mastermind?
Yeah.
Oh, can you please send me that episode?
Well, I can try.
Like, if it's on
I
here,
will
I would love
try
to
to
see
find him.
that. That's so. But like the Nuzlocke was so hard.
Yep.
To like I got bored of like not being able to get the Pokemon I wanted, so I've simplified it down to I can catch whatever Pokemon I want, but they die if they faint.
See, I usually
that's-
go the other way around. It's the deaths that make me angry. So I go, I'll limit the catching, but then
they live
if I'm
forever.
angry enough, I won't throw them away when they die.
That's a good rule. That's a good rule in life. When the game you're playing is starting to make you angry, just change it so you're not angry.
Exactly.
That's probably actually a good way to live your life.
Kind of like this
No.
escape room.
Yeah.
But yeah, gold
angry.
and silver are the best ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Silver's incredible.
Heart Gold and Soul
Such a
Silver?
good one.
They're great.
I didn't play as much of them because I didn't own a DS, which is when they
Same,
came out.
same.
But they're pretty dang good.
I just play them now on emulators.
Oh
Also
yeah,
good.
that's what it is now. But it just means you don't have that special childhood connection quite as much.
Yeah, but also I love all of the quality of life differences that
It is
they've
true.
added to the game, and how much like smoother Soul Silver is.
It is
It's such
very
a
good.
time.
It can. I think
Those
just
re-releases.
all everyone wanted was your Pokemon following you, like in yellow
Yeah.
version.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, which Brilliant Diamond has just nailed.
Oh, they do?
My Golem,
Yeah.
when my Golem is when it runs instead of running around,
rolls.
it turns into a ball and it
No
rolls
way.
for me.
That's the
Welcome
best.
to Pokemon Chat, everybody. It's a podcast where we talk about the new Pokemon.
How do
release.
you get a golem? Who do you have to trade with?
I was going to say.
Because it's now all done online.
Oh, of
You can just
course.
trade with your mates, and it's so easy to
I-
trade. And so
I could never get a
all my
Gengar.
favorite
I could
models.
never get a Golem. I could never get a
Alakazam,
Marchand.
God
I
damn
could
it.
never get an Alakazam. Anything we had to trade because I had no
Yeah.
one to trade with.
Exactly.
I was
Who
just
has a
stuck
link
with
cable?
Stinking Haunter.
Yeah, I know. Just all these awkward,
Yeah.
like middle of puberty
Yeah,
type
just the
Pokemon.
annoying teenager
Yeah.
version of all the Pokemon.
Yeah.
No one like Graveler's not a cool Pokemon.
All right. And with that,
I would love to keep talking.
but we'll at least end the
Oh,
episode so
yeah,
people don't
that
have to
seems
listen
fair.
to us. Thank you, everybody, for listening at home.
Happy holidays
happy
to everyone who has been
holidays.
celebrating holidays. I think this one comes out on our 29th, so bang in the middle of everything.
If you celebrated Christmas, I hope you had a nice Christmas.
Let's make 2022 just better.
Hey, yeah, everybody,
Just
Don't get
let's
COVID
be
in
better.
2022. That's what I'd
Also,
suggest.
don't have too much expectation for it to be better. If it's worse, that's okay as well.
Yeah, we'll try.
Yeah. Thank you, David. Thank you, Pax, for coming on and
No,
playing.
thank
It was
you.
lovely to have you. And
you.
for people who are listening at home, if you enjoy what we do and you want to help support the shows that we make, you can always sign up for our Patreon. It's our most stable source of income, and it helps you support this show and support Solve This Murder, which is our second show where we try and solve murder mysteries. Well, I try and solve murder mysteries that Danny creates. It's much harder. And all the other fun stuff that we do. All of our Patreons have a chance to appear in an episode as an NPC. In this case, it was
Yeah, so
actually
thank
the
you
Patreon's
to
cats.
thank you to Christina Dawson, who nominated her cats Parker and Linnea to be in a room, and this one just felt right for them.
It worked out quite well. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. There's $5 patrons get all of our bonus audio, which includes our play tests. Although for this season, it has been us doing a retrospective of our first season. You get our 2-minute mystery episodes where we try and solve 2-minute mysteries written by Donald J. Sobel. A whole bunch of fun extra audio for our $5 donors. And there are other rewards. $10 donors get badges and things like that. So if you want to help support the show, that is wonderful. If you don't want to support with money, just go tell a friend right now. If you're on public transport right now, turn to the person next to you and say, hey, you should listen to
Stick
Escape
an
This Podcast.
earphone right in their ear.
Make them listen. Put it in right now. Hey, welcome to the show. I hope you enjoy your trip on public transport. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you for playing.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see everybody say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.